Okay, more questions from the linear functions practice test, and this is number 10. What can you say about the slopes of parallel lines? Well, if two lines are parallel, and you could just sketch two lines. If they're parallel, they have the same rise over the same run. So the slopes of parallel lines, what can we say? They're equal. Okay. Now, perpendicular lines. If the slope of line 1 is 2/3, line 2 is perpendicular to line 1, what is the slope of line 2? Well, we know that the perpendicular lines, the slope of perpendicular lines, is the negative reciprocal of the slope of a line. So if m equals 2/3, then m perpendicular would be equal to negative 3/2. It's just the negative reciprocal. So if the slope is 2/3, then the slope of the perpendicular is negative 3/2. So just take the negative and then the reciprocal, which means just reverse the numerator and the denominator. Okay, how are the slopes of parallel lines related? I'm sorry, how are the slopes of perpendicular lines related? Well, they are negative. Reciprocals. Reciprocals of each other. Negative reciprocals. Let's say ALS, sorry. Okay, so the negative reciprocals of each other. All right? Okay, what is the slope-intercept form of the line? You need to know this. The slope-intercept form of the line, that's the good old standard y-slope equals mx plus b. M is the slope, and b is the intercept. That means that the point 0b is on the line. What is the standard form? The standard form is ax plus by equals c. This is the standard form. And a, b, and c are integers. And in the standard form, x and y can both not be equal to 0. Both cannot be equal to 0. I think that's like that. Okay, what's the point slope form of the line? This is one we use a lot. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And this just comes from the equation of the slope, because if you think of the equation of the slope, m equals y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1, and you just get rid of the 2's. Then you multiply both sides by x minus x1. You've got this, and then you just reverse them using the symmetric property of equality, so you get that. So this really just comes from this. This is another, you could write it like this, because all I have to do is multiply both sides by x minus 1, and then use the symmetric property of equality. Okay, and then it says number 16, I already told you this, when writing the equation of a line in standard form, what two restrictions must be satisfied? Well, a, b, and c must be integers. And 0 is an integer, but both, I might have said x and y, I should have said both a and b can not be 0. In other words, you can't have both of these 0. All right? A could be 0 or B could be 0, but not both. Both A and B cannot be 0. I might have said x and y earlier, but I meant A and B. Okay? So if those make sense, think about those. Make sure you understand all that.